Hey everyone, Jamie Leija here, and today I'm sharing a process video for a pocket page spread that I put together using the May 2017 Elle Studio Kit. I am not joking when I say this. This is my absolute favorite kit that Elle has ever designed. I love it. I love the colors. I love the patterns. It was just amazing, and I was so excited to play with it. And from the very first moment when I opened the box and saw all the elements, and especially the bike motif, I knew that I wanted to use it to scrapbook. But a trip I took to Budapest eons ago at this point, because while we were there, we did a bike tour of the city, me and this group of friends that I was traveling with. And so I knew that this kit would be perfect with those photos. So I printed a whole heck of a lot of photos. I don't end up using all of them, but here I am just kind of playing around with the arrangement of where I want the photos to go, where I want the filler cards to go, that whole thing. And I apologize if this is slightly off center, but I readjust the frame here shortly, so it'll be in the center in just a moment. Right now I'm just playing. And I decided to use the Becky Higgins Type A 12 by 12 pocket pages, but I decided to only use half of one of them because I wanted to use a enlarged photo and cut that up to slide into, I think it was 4 pockets. And then this is the back side of that 6 by 12. Plus an additional 12 by 12 pocket page protector. So when I work on these pocket pages, I jump around a lot. I work on one card and then I kind of move over to another card, and I just play around with the elements. Like I don't ever go into it really with a strong idea of what I'm going to do. I just try to make sure that there's plenty of balance amongst the photos, the colors in the photos, balance among any cards or things that are white in background. I just want to make sure that all of that is really evenly distributed around the spread. I do a lot of embellishing, and I tend to use a lot of little embellishments. And I think that that's why I love making pocket pages with the Elle Studio kits, because there's always like a great mix of sizes in the embellishments that Elle designs and creates. Some of them are large and, I mean, not large, but tend to be a bit bigger in the embellishment side of things. And then there's also like a lot of really tiny things, and I'm all for tiny things. You see me just kind of playing around with each of the different add-ons that come that you can order separately alongside your kit. Here I am playing with some of the acrylic shapes that are going to be available or will be available by the time this video airs. I loved the colors again. I mean, I think what it is that Elle just does amazing things with color, and I am such a color fiend. That I think this is why I just love creating with her projects, with her products so much. This was one of my favorite cards to put together. It was the one with the bicycle, and so I used that 4x6 journaling tag and the bike ride stamp set. Couldn't be more appropriate. Come on, I mean, super perfect. And then I adhered one of the acrylic shapes, the kind of foggy gray one, which I love. I think it's like anytime there is that gray acrylic included in one of the kits or in one of the embellishment packs, oh, I love it. It's my favorite. This was I think it was pretty balanced in terms of photos and, filler cards. But I also just like to embellish as much as possible, so I definitely embellish directly on top of photos. Here I am getting ready to do some stamping directly onto a photo, and that column there was just kind of perfect. It was like a perfect spot to put some put something. So I decided that I would stamp Buddha and Pest. Fun fact: if you've never been to Budapest, there is a Buddha and there is a Pest, and they are divided by the Danube. Where I am standing as that photo was taken, I believe is the Pest side. If you know the city, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the castle is on the Buddha side, and I was obviously looking at it from across the Danube on the Pest side. And the Jonah alphabet is what I used to stamp the name of the country, or excuse me, the name of the city. Country is Hungary. On there, and I mean, it was just a perfect font for that, and it fit really nicely in the space that it was allocated. I love sequins, guys. I'm not a big glitter glam type person or scrapbooker, but sequins is totally my jam. I love adding these just kind of tiny little elements to my journaling cards and just around the page, and I thought the mix of colors here was, as usual, fantastic. And so I just went back to some of the cards I had previously been working on and just added in a little glitz and an additional circular element. And I didn't do much to the Let the Good Times Roll card. I literally just added that bit of sequence, and that was all of the decor that I ended up doing for it. And I think it works. I started by adhering some to this card, but it just felt like it was too much, so I ended up taking them off, and you'll see that here in just a moment. There we go. This changed just slightly. What I ended up doing was adding another 3x4 photo as opposed to a journaling card. And I mean, I think you saw me do, and I also added the journaling, but you guys saw me do everything else. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll check out the May 2017 Elle Studio Kit. Thanks, guys.